Hello, and welcome to Slash and Fuck, a stupid sexy D&D podcast. As the title suggests, we are a mature podcast and will be dealing with adult themes and content as our story unfolds. Since you're here, I want to thank you for starting this journey with us, and we hope you enjoy your stay. So without further ado, let's slip into something a little more comfortable.
Hello and welcome back to Slash and Fuck. Last we met, you encountered some minotaurs.
Ho ho.
You made it there, talked to Ms. Lisa and her, what seems to be her lieutenant or her security officer, Jerry. You had a nice chat with Lisa and then moved on into the interior of the village where you were promised to be bathed and fed and clothed and taken care of because Miss Lisa likes you.
Yay!
Yay! And then we got a charcuterie platter of semen.
Yeah, of
Right.
powdery magical goods.
You were about to test the supply that they got down there, and the slime princess ate it all.
You go, girl.
It's okay, I got some of that musty pink glitter shit.
Our Go-Gurt daughter.
Our Go-Gurt daughter.
That's right. So you are both led into the Minotaur village, or at least one of the entrances to it. You're greeted with the pillars in this large great room are all hearth fires. And they have large seating areas around these large pillars with hearth fires in them. Some of them, as you look around, there's actually quite a lot of movement and people and life going on here. You see the hearth fires being used for socialization, or maybe even cooking or casting or something like that. There's all kinds of people putting things in and out of them.
Useful fires.
Yeah. And as you get further into this press, you see along the walls here of this great room, built into the walls is more, it looks like industry. It looks like they are crushing rock and refining and looking for minerals, things like that, melting things down. You know, it's mostly smells and sounds that are familiar. You don't really need to check all this out. You've been in these kinds of places, both of you. You are making your way through here. Jerry doesn't seem to, be leading you the way she was before, like from behind, making sure you didn't, do anything. She's walking alongside you now, not saying anything, but still seems like, she's working. The people here, as you can see, I mean, they're the shortest minotaurs that you can see are maybe 7.5 feet tall.
Wow.
Are there guards that we can see?
If you are looking around, you don't actually see anyone who looks like a guard. You can ask Jerry, captain of the guard.
No, I'm just curious what the guard presence is like.
Actually, roll an insight check.
It's like, if you work at a coffee shop, you judge at every coffee shop you go to.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough. So you're looking around, you're like, what? Why isn't there any security here? Astris, first thing she's looking at, oh, that's like a fire hazard. No, can't have that there. What's with all the ropes hanging over here? And she's like, and no
here.
guards. And then Astris, you intuit, the guards are probably not here because of that cave-in that you were a part of. And you remember Miss Lisa mentioning that there was a big rush of all the local guards go check this out before, the typical labyrinth watchers got there.
Holding down the fort at the compromised entrance.
That's right.
Wise.
Are there, I'm curious, are there any, dudes around or like mask or non-femme presenting minotaurs in the village, or are they specifically for like running the tunnels and cum?
It seems like the cum producing minotaur aren't
Coomers?
present. They're not present in this part of the village. Miss Lisa did tell you that all the cows here run the show. They do all the bookkeeping and they do the brokering, sales, all that stuff. So what you're seeing around you is all the cows in the Minotaur society working at home here.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
And then you just see storefronts. There's food. There's tinder, supplies, stuff like that.
Commerce.
Fucking
Lights.
No potatoes
Economy.
that turn out to be eggs.
Oh, so we could buy things if we wanted to, if we had money.
Well,
Ooh,
as
we do
you're
have
walking
money.
by a fruit vendor, from what you can assume, you do think you see a couple of those potatoes. That,
No. The
And-
taste comes back in my mouth and I...
yeah. So to answer your question, there's only cows down here.
Cool.
As you the way Miss Lisa described it, they got their cows and their bulls. Miss Lisa is a very masculine cow from, even just looking around. But, some are, some aren't.
Cool.
Yeah.
You go, Miss Lisa.
Love you, Miss Lisa. I hope she can feel us vibing at her.
Yeah, Miss Lisa rocks.
She seemed to like you too.
Yeah, even though we lied to her like 3 separate times.
That's right. Well, she's just going to get to the bottom of these things. It's
She
all
was
about trust
so-
and cooperation.
I'm an outlaw
So
now. I don't know how I fit in with society anymore.
Well, you do notice, actually, Thea, since you were interested in, femininity and masculinity, you do see feminine cows, and you see, like you were so interested last time, tits on tits.
Oh, yes.
Very well
Yes!
endowed. This Minotaur is here. The cows are ridiculously well endowed.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't
like-
roll a 1 on boobies today.
Not today. And are you checking anybody out, or because last time you guys were pretty horny about it? Now you're in a whole group of them. You haven't said a word.
No,
You're
I
like,
know.
Oh, cool industry.
Well, we've been thinking about the cum the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Come dumb.
somehow I am
Got you distracted.
yes, sirree.
Also, if there's any cows with like a cute little undercut,
Ew.
Thea's gonna kind of like make eyes a little bit as she walks by.
My vice.
No cute cows with undercuts at the very
Okay.
present moment, but that doesn't mean you've
Can you
seen them
just
all.
give yourself advantage on cows with undercuts real quick? Can I just give you advantage on cows with undercuts?
Can I have
No.
advantage because I have an undercut?
The hot ones aren't always right there.
That's true. Sometimes you have to
I'll-
look a little harder.
I will keep a vigilant eye out for hot futch and butch cow ladies.
Yeah, I mean, as you're looking around, I mean, a lot of people here are just working, so they're not necessarily dressed up, or they got their hair tied back, or they're wearing non-flattering stuff, covered in grease.
Yeah.
Some of them, it looks great,
Fucking giving me trade over here.
but you keep Jerry moves you through this
Jerry's
area.
like, nothing to see.
Imagine you guys are just looking around, not you didn't want to ask
Taking in the
Jerry. Or anything.
sights.
Yeah, that's fine. And you get moved through this area and then into a wide tunnel. It's torch lit, and you move through to the right and into a narrower tunnel that branches off into a bunch of others. Jerry says, "We're going to bring you to the refugee quarters for now. There are others, but you are safe. Get comfortable, and when you hear the bell, you'll know it's dinner time." And she holds out her gloved hand and heads you off down one of the hallways. You head down this tunnel a bit, and it seems like it is sized. I mean, the locals can get through these tunnels easily enough, but it seems like these tunnels are more sized for smaller folk than the Minotaur. Jerry called it the refugee quarters. Yeah, you go in and it looks like a common room or like a lodge type situation where there's one area where everybody can hang out, and you see little doors for rooms. There's no, doorways with curtains. Yeah, and...
Oh, yeah, I'm hurt.
And you're hurt? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Quite a bit. I'm hurt quite a bit.
Jeez, I forgot all about that. I would have had Miss Lisa hook you up when we were there.
No, I mean, I figured she mentioned being able to rest and stuff. But
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
I'm not bleeding out. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
I'm due for a sleep.
Totally. Okay. Yeah, as you enter, there's a little center table that is a glowing, like, coal fire pit, and there's a table that comes out from there quite a few feet, a seating area that's circular around it, and it looks like on the tables are potions, and they're red. They look like healing potions.
Oh, hell yeah. Should I chug one?
Yeah.
I'm thirsty.
Just grab it and chug it.
No, sorry. I don't chug one.
Well, there's a total of 6. It looks like there's 2 vials on each table, or in between each seating bench surrounding the area. Around that seems to be more private seating, tables to sit, maybe eat or read, something like that. There are some rugs on the floor that look to be made of some kind of fur that you're not familiar with. Very large. It might be stitched together, or it might be one creature.
Cool.
Kind of a grayish, short hair.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm not touching. We have shoes on, so I don't know if it's on.
Are you? Do you want to sit down, see a potion, or are you just taking in the room for a second?
So Jerry left us here.
Yeah, she said, "Go ahead, get comfortable. When you hear the bell, it's dinner time."
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. Yeah, I want to take off my shoes and warm up by the fire a little bit. I feel like we've had quite a tumble from like the fall down here and everything. Yeah. So like, I mean, we were walking for a long time before that as well. So like, this is our first chance to actually rest.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, I'm
first
fucking
sit down in a while.
There is an area, like a little equipment rack type of thing where
pouring
you can...
all the rocks and dirt out of my boots.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we can set like all the bags down and stuff. I'll let my girls out of the Pringle can.
Yeah, they all look really sweaty and annoyed, and they're looking around like, what?
I know, girls, we're roughing it.
Are you prestidigitationing like crazy, Thea, as you're taking your shoes off and your socks off? And
yeah, I'm gonna just try to get everything clean.
Yeah.
And however long that takes, and then just gonna just lay the fuck down. Not necessarily go to sleep, but just lay the fuck down.
Yeah. Well, as you're prestidigitationing, you're right next to Astris, and it does that thing where it ripples right into Astris. And Astris, you feel it. It goes through your feet, up your legs, up your spine, that familiar Thea feeling. And it seems to hit the top of your head and then go back down and then hit Thea in the feet and just kind of whoop, whoop.
Whoa.
Astris, you feel the slime quiver a lot. It's up, it's wrapped around your waist, but it's going up your spine, and it kind of just like rests on the back of your neck. And when the magic flows through you, it seems like it flows through slime as well. Quivers in pleasure.
I'm just cleaning everyone.
Okay. Well, the slime really seems to like that.
Do you feel that too?
Yeah, that's I've got the tingles. Something fierce.
So that's not like a normal thing. That I've never had this happen with anyone but you. My magic has never touched anything that wasn't me.
How queer.
It happened when we were in your room at the guards station, dorm, whatever.
Oh, the bath.
Yeah, when I cleaned the bucket, it happened there too.
Right. Oh, yeah,
At first I thought it was because of Oberon, but I don't think it is. Because it's just with you. At least so far. I guess I really haven't tested it on anyone, but it's bizarre.
I can't say I'm displeased.
Neither am I. It's just so strange. I've never had it happen before. Is this a normal thing? Is this called something?
Who knows?
Mm.
The your attendants seem to be affected as well. And they're all kind of ridiculous looking right now. Like, if you remember, sorry to, bring real life into this, but Bambi, when they're talking about being Twitter pated?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. They're like walking on air.
Adorable.
And they're all like, little, like, cuckoo, kind of
Ooh.
eyes rolling, smiling, and he.
So funny.
Slime actually, after it gets done quivering, it moves, starts making its way out of your clothing and up down your arm again, comes down and gets off and kind of rolls into a ball.
Oh.
Adorable.
But it's touching Thea's foot, like right on her foot. Kind of like how like an animal or a dog will like kind of sit down on your foot or whatever.
Oh, that's so cute. She's feeling it too. It feels nice.
That's adorable. I wanna. Can I feed her a mage hand?
Pet her with it to see what happens.
Right? Yeah. I'll pet. Gert. With
That language hasn't been spoken here in 3,000 years.
So I'm gonna pet Gogurt with a mage hand.
Okay.
And be like, "Oh, I love you too, honey."
Aww.
So you reach out, and then a spectral version of your hand reaches further.
The spectral hand, I think, would be like a glittery, twilighty purple color.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, it floats down, the fingers going out to caress the slime. And as it goes into it, it goes to caress it. It just kind of goes straight in, and the slime kind of turns into a bowl and then a sphere again around it. And the hand looks kind of trapped for a second. You're controlling it, but it seemed like just for a second, the hand was like, wait a minute.
It's like a jawbreaker, just suck on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it just, so you make it a fist. And yeah. And you see it's kind of weird. It just gets smaller and smaller. And it looks like the diamond is getting a little bit like brighter.
Sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're both getting, Thea especially, like you're, Astris, you've been touching it a lot. So you've been getting kind of this empathetic bond or empathic bond.
Both.
Bit, yeah. But, that's how it seems to communicate is by touch and whatnot. But even though it's just touching Thea, you're getting an impression a bit of just gratitude and happiness, relief, and really, really tired. Thea, you're getting this like directly, like saying it because it's touching you right now.
Sleepy baby.
But yeah, so from not behind you, but to your left where the doorways are, you hear a voice, and it's a deeper feminine voice that says, "I do hope you know what you're doing before bonding so deeply with a slime."
Excuse me? Hello?
And you turn, and it's kind of crazy because you weren't looking that way, but your peripheral vision is fully where that doorway is, where that curtain is. You didn't see the curtain sway. You didn't see anything. It just kind of seemed like she's there all of a sudden. "Pardon my intrusion, Carmilla." And before you, Carmilla, is a statuesque, about 5'10", athletically built human. She looks human, but not quite. Something's different. Okay. She has dark hair. Her skin looks like it would be tanned, but it's ashen. And she has almond-shaped, soft brown eyes. The sides of her head are shaved, and she has kind of like the Betty Page bang thing going on there. So she's got
baby bangs.
Yeah, she's got that kind of goth girl bang thing that you'd see.
Nice.
Hot.
I did ask for a hot girl with an undercut, and lo and behold.
What'd you say her name was?
Carmilla.
Carmilla.
She has a hooded cloak. It's not up right now, but the cloak kind of looks like a nun's habit, just in kind of in style. She stands before you, introduces herself, Carmilla, and begins to approach. And her approach is very fluid. She glides towards you.
Oh, well, hello. I am Thea, and this...
I'm Astris.
She looks at both of you twice, and then kind of looks down at her feet for a moment, looks up at the ceiling, and she says, Thea and Astris?
Yes.
Is that right?
Is something wrong?
Have we met before?
Oh, no, nothing's quite wrong.
You're
don't
not
happen
with the
to
Covenant,
have...
are you?
Oh, no. No, darling, no.
Thea turns and looks at you like, don't just fucking say it.
Well, she would know if she...
You ain't Taliban, are you?
You ain't. Are you a cop?
Are you
She
a
has
cop? You have to tell me, or it's
She has
entrapment.
to say.
Right.
Yeah, I asked her if she's a cop.
Do I look, as she looks over towards you with a gleam in her eye, kind of animalistic?
Ooh.
Do I look like somebody who would be a part of the Covenant? And as she smiles, she has 3 sharp teeth on either side of her front 2 teeth. They are longest in the canine.
Ooh, I guess not. I
She
apologize. We've been
Trying to
away
separate.
for a long time, and
Sh-
things have changed.
she goes on, says,
Oh,
I am a daughter errant and concubine of Lilith,
all right, look at Thea.
and we've been looking for you, Astris, for 10 years.
Oh my gods.
Where is he?
What?
Who?
That useless fucking cat. Where is he?
Oh.
The
Is he okay?
kink floof?
Kikafloof? Nixie?
Are those the names that I'm going to kill him?
He bit me.
No, please, I
it
love
was
him.
rude, but I forgive him.
That was the only thing he's ever done right on his assignment.
He's just a little guy.
He was
I
not
implore
only
you.
supposed to keep tabs on you, but especially after everything that happened, was supposed to catch up with you, fill you in, and bring you to the fray.
Yeah, no, not informed about anything. Actually, I don't think that happened. I don't think any of that happened. I'm sorry. It's probably my fault. I don't want him to get in trouble. I mean, we got on a barge and it really just got out of hand. So,
Carmilla takes a deep breath, and she goes from fuming to that calm demeanor that you saw before. She tells you, if you see him, tell him to report in immediately.
report in. Okay. Yeah, okay. There's a hierarchy. Love that.
Thea pouts.
He's looking at me.
No, that's not what I mean.
Is something wrong, Thea?
Okay, hear me out. That's
And I
not
do
what
say
I was going for.
We have been
Wildly
looking for Astris for 10 years. You are also a part of that search.
No,
Astris is a chosen of Lilith, the first champion in
Like-
generations. We must bring her home.
Oh, I'm standing
But
up a little straighter.
you travel with her. You are important too.
I just want the cat to be okay. He's my little buddy. Please promise me he'll be okay.
I promise he'll be okay.
I don't like the way you said that.
All right, so roll an insight check.
Shit. Oh, well, that's not the best. That's going to be a 10.
All right. She looked deeply into your eyes, and with all honesty and authenticity, she said, I promise he'll be okay. And you believed her.
You know what? Thea's kind of down, so she's like, yeah, okay, I don't know. There's something about you, it seems.
Really
Trustworthy.
trustworthy for some reason.
She nods.
You just seem so trustworthy. I don't know.
New friends. Love it.
Thea looks back at her ladies and is like, don't you fucking blow this for me.
Don't be horny.
Don't be
Stop
horny.
They're giggling.
Stop it.
Yeah, they've been giggling.
They've been Twitter pated.
Rats.
Like on their stomachs with their feet kicking up.
Oh my god.
You know, their heads just in their hands and stuff. They're like, back and forth.
Uh-huh. Sure.
So Carmilla, where are you taking us?
Well, nowhere at the moment. I was not expecting to run into you two. I'm recovering.
Are you a refugee as well?
That's what they seem to call anyone who's not one of them down here.
How did you get down here?
I came from below. Dangerous, I know.
There's more below this?
Oh, yes. He didn't tell you anything.
He said he was sorry. That's all he said. And
I bet.
and then I found out he
sorry.
could talk. That was pretty shocking. And then he left.
So that was the first. Okay. She seems to make another mental note, like a violent one.
Talked to me. We smoked weed together.
Yeah, another mental note, another violent seeming mental note.
Astris is putting things together.
I'll just say it's quite fortunate for him that things worked out the way they did. She goes on and said, I came up, I was fine, I was just coming up for air. The Minotaurs here, they asked me for my help. There's some bull they've got locked up. He's not just gone mad, something's changing about him. He's larger and his skin is splitting and it seems like just way more. I mean, bulls are pretty violent already, but this one is a raging lunatic and seems to be growing, and apparently they found him eating a fellow bull, which that is not normal.
Is this the first thing like this that you've heard of? Because I believe I've seen this before.
Oh.
Have you?
The reason we were gone for 10 years, we were in the Feywild, and time worked different. And we saw a dragon man. A dragon monster man.
Like a dragon man, but a monster man.
But a monster
A dragonborn,
man.
right, I get it.
No.
Yeah.
A dragon man, monster man.
We miss Raoul is the moral of this story. But it was going mad and eating a horse from the inside out, and it was mutated and just a pile of meat, and it would break and heal and break and heal, and the scales, it was terrible. The fact that something else like that is happening worries me.
It worries me as well. It's not the first time I've seen it either.
Oh no.
It's known to us who have been following it as the taint.
You motherfucker.
Yes, the taint. As far as we know, beings are infected randomly. We don't know exactly how they get it, but we think we know what the source is.
What is it?
Oh, did you happen to come upon anything otherworldly made you feel quite uncomfortable?
The thing in the sky.
What did you see?
A face. It was on the barge on the way here.
It was he.
It was...
The one who laughs.
Yes.
The grinning man. Or the smiler.
Ooh, fuck him. I think he's mad at us, too. He was making such horrible noises. All of these animals and the kobolds, they were running and jumping to their deaths. I played loud enough to stop it, and it didn't seem to like that. Me and Astris got it to stop.
And this was in the north.
Yeah. On our way here, right before we passed back through the Veil.
Hard to say when that was.
Yeah, it really is. For us, it's only been days.
Things are starting to make sense. We have a lot to catch up on. But know this, since you know nothing, the gods are awakening again, and they're coming back. We don't know why, and we don't know how, and we think you two are involved. But we also don't know who this Smiler is. No one does.
It's not one of the gods that was before? It is a new god?
We fear that it is a new god.
Oh.
And there is only one way a new god comes to be, and that's if enough people come together under the same ideals and passions.
Under one banner,
It's the fucking covenant?
if you will.
We fear.
That's the newest thing.
We fear as much.
Fuck!
The only thing that we have recorded so far that we can track as any sort of pattern, if you would call it that, is some corruptor, a destroyer on subtle levels, a terrifying presence, and it seems to exist to dismantle harmony, or like a creeping mold.
Are the creatures that have been affected before, are they hybrid-like creatures like Minotaur or Dragon Man, Monster Man?
Demon ladies, perhaps.
We had to put down one of the vampires, and it was quite traumatizing. One of the reasons why a lot of us left, we changed what we were doing and decided to come up
I'm so sorry.
from the ribbon. And it's not that it's dangerous down there. It just shook us all. We weren't exactly as safe as we thought we were, away from everything. And it like a seed, a poison seed, just planted right in the middle of everything. She meant a great deal to us too.
I'm sorry.
It is fine.
Thinking about Syl now.
She looks you up and down, says, "You look hurt. Drink those potions."
I chug them.
All right.
I chug one.
All right. 2d8.
I don't need much if there's just a fucking regular ass one. That should be fine. Perfect. All right, back to full.
Both of you can roll insight checks as well.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, what's this bitch's deal? 16 insight.
9. Again, she's too hot. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so when she said that she was injured, it looked like she stopped fully concealing her injury, or at least where it was. Astris, you noticed that, or at least remembered that she's injured, and it looks like it's somewhere on her leg, on her left leg, upper thigh.
Don't you want one of these potions?
It seems to not affect it.
I can try healing that.
I have tried myself. She throws her robe to the side, revealing her thigh in full, and you see what looks like a tooth, lodged into her leg, almost like a rock lodged into glass. It's this weird kind of shattered look. It's all kinds of bad colors. It's black and purple and yellow, and it's not swollen, but looks not right. It looks like maybe a magical wound or something like that. And as she's showing you, she says, "I fear it's cursed."
How long have you been going like this?
A few days. It was the tainted Minotaur.
Shit.
Now, I'm not certain that I will end up like that Minotaur, but it hasn't spread, and I have not felt any changes. And I have spoken with Jerry that if there are any changes or anything like that, we've spoken at length about what counts to bring me to a secure location.
That's gotta be unnerving.
Quite.
Are there any experts on this?
Not here.
In the ribbon?
I'm sure of it. And it's just getting back is going to be a pain.
That's where we've been trying to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the whole reason we're down here. We're trying to head south. Following Astris's magical underpants.
Oh, is the ribbon not south? Is it down?
It's both.
Oh.
South and down.
Cool.
Either way will get you there. Down is far more dangerous. She says, "How serendipitous." And right when she says serendipitous, you start to hear a bell start ringing. But it doesn't sound like a dinner bell, like a ding-a-ling-a-ling. It sounds like dung, 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 dung.
Oh,
Oh,
like
that's an alarm bell.
A
And-
bad bell.
Yeah, Carmilla makes a very alert expression as well, and all but disappears into her room.
Engage.
Yeah.
I want to tap my armor button and turn on the magical girl sequence.
All right.
Would you say we've had a short rest during this? Yeah, I would call this a.
Oh, you would? Yeah, all right.
They matter. They matter
Is it
to
up to
me.
you?
Is it? I mean,
Yeah,
I-
yeah,
is
I
it?
agree.
okay.
Yeah, we got.
I'm like, I
I
feel like
took
we've
my
been in
shoes
chill
off.
time.
I took my shoes off.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys had enough time to have a
I
conversation
cleaned
that technically was
myself.
like 2 rounds of conversation.
Technically, it was just 2 rounds.
So, as you guys are getting ready, your armor's activating. Gogurt looks a little tentative, but then kind of rolls up and slides under your armor.
Ooh.
The attendants fly into your bag. Do you activate your outfit dream sequence with
Absolutely.
Astris? All right. Yeah, you guys are getting ready for battle.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, the room darkens as your hands come together, and light immediately flashes behind your hands as they meet. The perspective shifts around both of you as leaves start swirling around Thea's feet, and
Ooh.
blood starts dripping on top of Astris's head and face. You see this green and purple glow coming from Thea, and this red and black glow coming from Astris, as you see Astris's armor click into place one piece at a time, fluidly, solidly. You see the chain underneath the plate that forms is like a lace. It's so light. It's so
Ooh.
nice. And the plates that form protect everything vital. The dress that Thea wears, that starts to manifest around Thea in this swirl of leaves and flowers and giggles of the attendants as they hear what's going on and join the fun. They vortex fly around you with the wind and leaves as this kind of tornado, as what you were wearing gets kind of blown up over your head, and as you pull it back down, but in the sexiest way possible, you pull it and push it back down, and you're wearing the other dress.
That's the best. Oh my God.
And the light in the room levels to normal, and
Carmilla's just
Carmilla
like,
is standing there, like nodding her head. So she's wearing dark leather armor. She is carrying on either hip, she's carrying a quiver of black arrows fletched with red feathers. She has a long bow that's carved in the shape of a woman with her limbs stretched out, bending backwards, her arms and legs bending back as the arms of the bow when the string is taut. The woman's doll head has a plume of horse hair rooted into it that is braided with a red ribbon. When Carmilla holds the bow, the woman is upside down, and her torso is the grip. When an arrow is knocked, it's slid through the groove in the woman's thigh gap so that the arrow passes through the legs, causing the fletching to make a sighing sound. The bow's name is Gasp. Not that you
Wow.
asked, not that anybody said, but you know this now.
somehow you just know.
You just know.
I love this. Wow. You look great.
Shall we?
Yeah.
And
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself. Armor of Oberon.
nice.
Yeah.
That malachite armor. All right, so you go rushing out with Carmilla. She is injured, but still moving much faster than both of you. She doesn't get so far ahead to leave you in the dust, but she's leading you out through the tunnels the way you came, through the industrial area, commerce, etc. You just hear chaos. There's a bunch of Minotaur cows just running to safety, it seems, closing up shops, dousing flames in the pillars and the hearth fires. Looks like they're just making everything as secure as possible. As you're running, you do see guards, what look like guards, more cows, all heading in the same direction, kind of packed in one area. And you see Miss Lisa giving orders and Jerry there also taking orders and commanding and moving troops out. As you get closer, you can hear it more. I mean, it's just chaos. The rooms are clearing out, and you hear, now you see Jerry up over by Miss Lisa, and it seems like they're kind of arguing over something, and it's kind of hard to hear because everybody's going crazy here, but it seems like there is something going on down the tunnels, and you're seeing 4 cow guards get moved at a time in group by Jerry as she's kind of holding, or by Jerry as she's holding Miss Lisa back. As you're getting closer, you're hearing Miss Lisa and Jerry arguing about whether or not Miss Lisa should go out there.
Mm.
And Jerry's saying, no, we need you here. You're too valuable. And, I know you're strong. I know you're the strongest. You got to stay here. You got to stay. You promised. And so Miss Lisa says, oh, damn it. And she smashes the door near her office, and she goes inside, and you just hear this really loud, almost like a roaring noise. She seems quite incensed. Jerry now sees you. She makes eye contact with Carmilla, and they both nod at each other. And they move closer, and she said, we could use your help. There's the Covenant. They're attacking. They came through. I don't know how. They came through the cave-ins. We tried to secure them. There was a scout. He got away. We tried to send the bulls, and that just made it worse. I guess they sent quite a number in there. So we're going to need to at least, maybe we could another cave-in on top of them. But they cannot know this is here. They cannot know.
Absolutely not. Point us in the direction. We'll kill them until we can't kill no more.
All right.
We go running down the hallway?
You go running down the hallways.
Absolutely.
And this time, you're following the guards and Carmilla, who seems to know where she's going. But when you were on your way in here, you were blindfolded. And it is very twisty and crazy. Like, you probably would have run straight into walls otherwise, if you didn't know where you were going. It's just the way the place is set up messes with your mind a bit.
Yeah. God, we're so fucked if we ever get separated.
Yeah. It's more than just a maze. It's a labyrinth. So as you are moving through these hallways, you're hearing clanging, clashing, yelling. You are even hearing like booming sounds, big boom sounds. And you're not quite sure what that is. Maybe magic. The noise gets louder and louder, and it's just about the same level as it was in the village before you left. Only this time it's blood and death and murder and hatred coming this way down the tunnel. And you're not so sure the booming is coming from directly in front of you, but maybe above, somewhere around, but out where they're coming from. But now that you turn the corner into this larger, wide tunnel, about 20 feet wide, you can see the lines of people fighting there. It's kind of freaky because you see the cow guards are out there. It's about 6 of them on the front line, and bulls now that you see 12 feet tall, maybe bigger. It's hard to tell, but they're moving freakishly fast, and they are not stopping to hit anything, just moving very fast through lines of people. And you're seeing them just fling up against the ceiling, the wall, splattering. And you're hearing these moos, these horrors, and there's a lot of screams, terrified screams from men, human men. And every time a cow gets hit, the bulls go even more wild, and it seems like it's not helping. They don't have control of the bulls right now. And so it seems like a dangerous place to be no matter what, because the bulls are just charging around. But the Covenant, it seems like a swarm coming in of just bodies, just 12 here, 15 here coming behind them. And many of them getting slaughtered immediately. 20 will get by, and they seem to be coming in waves due to these bulls not holding the line. Roll initiative.
Damn. I'm not using this die. It's been rolling poorly. Oh. 7.
I got 15.
Fuck me tonight. God damn it. My rolls have been shitty.
Astris, you get to go first. There's not much positioning you can do. You can stand next to the other cows. You could try to follow a bull in his path of destruction and join that way.
Pray you're not collateral damage.
You are. It's like as you get closer, you see the sheer mass of these things. They are awesomely huge. When they walk, they move. Any kind of movement you feel in the ground. Its breath seems to shake you if they're nearby, and they are, for the most part, dark, covered in short hair, and they all have horns of different great lengths and styles, if you will.
Sick.
A lot of them adorned with bones, like smaller skulls, rings, golden rings, things like that. A lot of weird stuff hanging off of them, might be like mummified things. They smell very much just like a musky sweat of like farm animal in a way, just way more intense. Not in a disgusting way, like a dirty farm animal, but just farm animal.
Thea's thinking about the pinkish powder that she had earlier and how it was basically a musty barn taint.
Yeah. Yeah. Astris, it is your turn.
Okay.
Woo.
There are Covenant of Purity fighters rushing up. You can go to the left of the line and help out with one of the cows is fighting 2. Most of them are fighting 2 or more. Left is fighting 2, right is fighting 3. They're trying to make a bottleneck here, but they don't have enough mass themselves.
Yeah.
So if you want to help with that.
That feels like appropriate given that I have a shield. The other thing that I was considering would be to lasso a bull and
ride it?
surf from the back of it somehow with my shield, like a Zelda maneuver. That feels
That
a
would
little
be rad as
complex.
hell.
So I think I'm going to hold the line with the cows with my shield because I can make myself like extra wide.
Okay.
And then maybe have a cow get on either side of me. But you said there's 2 cows or 1 cow?
It honestly, as you run up to the line, they make room for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Immediately.
Yeah.
So you're now a part of the line.
Yeah.
Making things a bit more even. You are now being attacked.
Great. I'm good at that.
By a pale-skinned young man, no older than 17.
Pathetic.
Doughy eyes, baby fat, but hatred there. Just anger and hatred and a swinging sword. And then you stood up in front of him and he got confused for a moment and swung anyway. And it clinks off of your shield. He just doesn't understand why you're there or like who you are, but
bitch, I'm your
just
worst
seems
nightmare.
confused. Like what the way you look, shield, they were just fighting a minotaur, so.
Oh yeah, why is a person here?
Yeah, it's a human female.
Shouldn't roll like that in the future. But it worked out this time, so it counts. 20.
20 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
6.
6 damage.
Bludgeoning damage with my mace. I smooch him.
Okay. Do you say anything to him? Like when you step in and you ting and then swing down at him?
No. Oh no, I did say something earlier. I said I'm your worst nightmare.
Okay. Yeah, I'm your worst nightmare. And you smash him right on the shoulder, like right on the collarbone. after deflecting his pathetic attack. And you just hear it smashing, that feel. There was a lot of give there.
Crushing.
You got him in the soft spot of his armor, like exactly where it is. Yeah, his eyes well up instantly in pain. And you said, "I'm your worst nightmare." And his face went from confused and in pain to shock, horror, and realization. Is it no. And he seems stuttering like he's about to scream something. All right, Thea, it's your turn.
Wild. Okay. So there seems to be chaos. So I would like to spend this turn doing a performance.
Okay.
I want to start playing a song. In my head, it's We're Not Gonna Take It, because I just started getting a real marchy, boopy vibe to that, and it's real fuck you. So in my head, she's playing that, and she's gonna be like, "Listen up, everyone. We need to focus and push them back." And she's gonna start like playing.
You're pounding on
Yeah, with my amplified magical
right. Yeah.
harp lute.
All right. So roll your performance with advantage.
Okay. We've done worse. 17.
17. And you are trying to calm some nerves, get people working together.
Yeah.
That
Give
kind of
everyone
thing.
like a common beat to work to. Like, I don't know. I find I work better if things have a good beat. I'm providing vibes. I'll do things that hurt my next turn. But I was like, I think this is bigger than a bonus action.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. So you start playing this kind of marchy, beated, heavy song, and you're like, "Cooperate." Your voice and the music echoes. It's amplified, especially in a tunnel. The acoustics are fantastic in here. That's actually the first thing you think. You're like, "What?" Like, hell yeah, I'm going to go performing down here from now on.
This is my amphitheater now.
Right. But yeah, after that little like surprise and delight faded, you do see, everybody, Covenant Purity and Minotaurs alike, notice.
Everyone look at me.
Yeah, they're all like, "What?" And the cows, they seem invigorated by it, and the bulls start actually attacking, sort of like they're stomping through, but now they're stomping more to a rhythm and shattering heads to a rhythm and smashing their horns and goring things.
That's my boys.
And they're doing it more together now. They're coming together, but this is the very start of it. You're seeing them, get into this.
We're not gonna take it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna take it.
All right. Now it's my turn. Thea, does a 19 hit you?
Very.
It does? Okay.
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
It does? Okay.
My armor class is only 14. I'm squishy as fuck.
Ouch.
Okay.
Dang.
You're doing your singing and stuff. You're starting to sing and you get an arrow hits you in the thigh. Like right as you start playing, you're like
the sexiest place.
And you're like, "Ah!" And then right after that one, another arrow hits you in the same thigh, right underneath the first arrow for a total of 5 damage.
Okay, cool.
Okay, but it's
Okay.
decorative.
Well, actually,
It's
that's
sexy.
really funny. That's my entire armor of Agathos.
Oberon saved you.
He did. Thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, and now you're playing kind of pissed off a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm
Got
like we're getting way more shreddy now. Like I'm just like the vocals are much more like. "Arrgh."
Yeah, you see the 2 arrows just zing, and just poof. Like, ugh, glad I had that armor on. Astris, does a 22 hit you?
Barely.
Sick. And the other ones don't hit you. Yeah, an arrow gets between, that place where King Floof hit you?
In my Achilles heel? Ouch. That really seems like I have an Achilles heel.
Astris, you're being assaulted with arrows and a couple of swords here and there. The person in front of you starts to scream, it's the pale night. It's the pale night. It's like, and points back. It's the mistress. And like, it seems like everybody else around kind of already understands because the Mistress Cacophony started playing her cacophony, and they're like,
"Excuse you, I sound amazing."
No, that's a good thing. It's yeah. So they hear music where they shouldn't hear it. So that's the first thing. Their first clue. The guy in front of Astris is a little slow on the uptake because he's been focused on the pale night. So
no survivors from this. We all know that, right? No fucking survivors.
Yeah, they broke down this wall and then found what they were looking for. We have to kill all of them.
Everyone has to die. Like no one can get back to tell anyone about. Like they know who we are. We have to kill every fucking person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Let's go.
Right, your turn, Astris.
All right, I kill all of them.
There's the guy screaming the pale night right in front of you.
Well, I want to sock him right in the mouth with my.
Yeah, fuck him up.
I'm gonna fuck his mouth.
Kiss his cheek with your morning star.
Fuck him. 14.
No.
Boo.
You're telling me he's not a warlock?
He's not a warlock.
Yeah.
That's my turn. Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, buddy.
Right. Low levels are so fun. Yeah, Thea, it's your turn. Some rushing into the room right now.
I'm gonna fuck those up.
You do notice that they are rushing through a semi collapsed hole, and there are precarious rocks and whatnot around and above.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the rocks.
Sweet, like above them.
Yeah, so
All right.
that it falls on them.
So yeah, there's about a dozen soldiers rushing in right now to back up the ones that are have been fighting.
I wonder what the rock's AC is. 15.
You hit it.
Sick. And that's a D10 of force damage. Ooh. Is it just flat? Is it just straight? Yeah. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. That you see, Astris, over your head, you see a green ball of magic force shoot very quickly into the ceiling above this now stream of Covenant of Purity soldiers rushing in. At first, it's just a shower of small shards of rocks, and it gets into the eyes of several of the soldiers running in. They're like, we're not expecting to get sprayed with sand, basically. And then it starts to collapse on top of them. The bulls in the area, one of them gets hit a little bit by some of the stones falling, but gets out of the way. Doesn't seem to hurt him that much. The rest seem to, once the ceiling got hit, they just moved out of the way instinctually, it seemed.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll 66 damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice. Oh my god, amazing.
Whoa, those rolled really good. Okay. 16 for the 3. And then, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 points of damage. Those rolled really well. My D20s, fuck me. These D6, beautiful.
Yum.
So 28 points of damage? Okay. All right. So that one that got hit by the rocks it actually did a lot more damage than I was initially didn't expect you to roll that well.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh no, that was
I can
yeah, one of the bulls. He doesn't seem upset really. He got hit pretty hard on the side of the head. His horn is cracked and he's bleeding and he kind of stumbling and just kind of runs back behind the front lines, shaking his head like can't get water out of his ear or something like that.
I'll have to go see him in the medical ward and apologize.
Ooh.
Well, he's right over there. You could move over there if you want. You still have a move action if you want.
He's okay. Sick.
And talking is free.
Yeah, I'll move over that way so that I can give him a healing pat
on
my
penis.
next turn.
Okay. Yeah, he seems distressed, but he looks up at you when you patted him and kind of had like confusion and rage in his eyes, but like kind of softens when he sees your face and your soft touch, and still shaking his head like he can't get something out of his ear, but looks up at you fondly, you think.
Hey, big guy.
Astris, around you, you're seeing the cows not exactly bulk, but they jump back about 5 feet when this whole thing happens. After the ball of force hits the ceiling, there's a spray of sand and shrapnel, and it just the rocks started to fall almost like liquid for a moment there, as you weren't sure it was going to stop, and it was going to be some crazy cave in on top of you as well.
Oh, no, I did worse.
But it does stop. It does fill most of the tunnel there where they're coming in, leaving just a bit over the top there. But several thousands and thousands of pounds of rocks in your earth units that fell just on top of that brigade of Covenant of Purity soldiers. They were pulverized instantly.
Fantastic. That was for sale.
Well done.
Yeah, that was awesome. There wasn't even much time for screaming. The spray kind of had and then just and everything it was a very loud roaring noise, and you're hearing some clanking noises as things are settling, like rocks falling onto steel or armor maybe.
I solo along with it so that it goes along with what I'm playing.
Nice. Very industrial. Very metal. Yeah, it's creepy. The cows finish off who they were fighting, and there aren't any enemies in the room at the moment.
Oh, that stops the influx?
Yeah.
Problem solved. We live here now.
One thing that you may have just kind of lost in the shuffle and the chaos is Carmilla.
Oh, yeah. Where the fuck did she go?
She seemed to have completely disappeared right when combat started, but she was there. There's some sounds you're hearing from further off, down past the cave-in. A few men yelling, screaming in pain. And so it sounds like there's people calling from the surface or yelling to the surface, trying to get some sort of help. But it seems like you stopped at least what was coming through there right now. You don't exactly know how much of a chain of that cave-in was, if it affected anything else. The bull, Thea, that you were standing right next to and your hand on.
Yeah, I'm gonna cure wounds him now.
Okay.
So that's a D8 plus my modifier. Well, 8 hit points.
8 hit points. Oh, that's great. So he was down on his knee earlier, slouched over, bleeding and shaking his head. And even on his knee, you had to put your hand up to put onto his shoulder. When you healed him, he shook his head one last time and stands over 12 feet tall, black fur, large longhorn style horns, and he looks at you with these gorgeous eyes with chocolate brown. That fondness that you saw looks quite a bit deeper now. Almost like an animalistic imprint.
Oh no. Thea's too hot for her own good.
The bull leans over, puts its hands on your shoulders, and these are massive. They cover both your shoulders completely. His fingers could wrap around your neck once and a half, maybe, something like that.
Oh my God.
And you do notice as his hands are coming down, he doesn't have a glove on one of his hands, and his on the end of each of his fingers isn't a fingernail or like a claw or anything, but kind of like a hoof.
Oh no. Oh,
So it's like a keratinous thing. or like a cloven, or whatever the bovine. That's what it looks like.
Wait, on each finger?
On the tip of each finger.
There's a boner, and it retracted itself all the way back into my body to become an endophallus.
You ruined it! You ruined it!
Cloven fingernails. Jesus Christ!
He leans over you, his musk and scent overpowering. His
I'm
mouth
so upset that
and
this isn't
snout
a bit.
coming close to your ear. The heat from his breath is almost too much. In fact, it reminds you of rocks. You can't help it. It's almost that hot. It tickles your neck, and you can't help it. You were icked the fuck out there for just a second, but the breath on the neck, gets you every time. And all you hear in your mouth in the deepest voice is "Thank." And
Whoa.
you feel a bunch. You think it's him kissing your neck, but it feels like your half of your entire neck gets enveloped by these lips and this big smooch that you get. It's this big like slurping sound, and he goes marching off to join his bull brothers as they're getting back to each other.
She stands up after she's like, welcome. Wow, okay. Whew. Well, just gonna prestidigitate that real quick.
Yeah, it's quite slimy, leaving
Yeah, we
quite a lot
gotta.
of saliva.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Your attendees are split. A lot of them are making like gagging faces and stuff like that, and like pointing at their fingers, and then like doing little filing motions and stuff like that. As you see, the opinion starts to change. They're just like putting on gloves, and the other one's just like,
Girl, we can make this work.
yeah, and and the other one's leaning over, another one looking really big, and
just like, the other one's like doing the math, like fit. Arm, comparing arm to arm to abdomen length.
But
creative.
As you know, I mean, you were with the Dragonborn, and not all things work exactly. That's just one of those things.
It is, and it's fine.
Get into creatures like that,
Yeah.
So roll perception checks.
Okay. Yeah. 19.
10 and 19?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Carmilla appears next to you, startling you just a little bit because you don't know where she came from. She shows up and she's like, a little warning next time.
Oh, you were in there.
Yes, it's fine. I was further back. I took out the stragglers.
Nice. Sorry, I didn't have time. It was all so fast.
I didn't let you know.
You're very sneaky. You literally just appear and disappear. It's uncanny.
That's what I do. And she
I
winks.
can tell. You're annoyingly good at it.
The daughter errant, Carmilla, concubine of Lilith, winks at you and then moves off. It seems like she's checking on the cows and their health.
Gonna pull those arrows out of my leg?
Yeah. So you pull your arrows out of your leg, and do you use a healing potion or anything, or doesn't really matter. You're just tending to yourself.
Yeah, I'll just let. I'm just pulling them out for now, I guess. Hope maybe I
thought
won't bleed
Daddy
to death.
saved you.
Yeah, you didn't take any
Yeah.
real damage. Yeah, you just pulled them out. Oh yeah, they didn't actually get in then.
It's
They
more
just-
like
They didn't
popping
get
up.
in. Yeah. Okay, whatever. How about they like did, but I just like pulled them out and I'm fine.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
like,
love it.
oh my god.
You know, I have the metal points of like Boromiring through a song with like arrows in my leg, but I just pop them out
yes.
later like
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Yeah, so you pull out some bullshit magic where you like flick the arrows out of your leg.
Think.
You're seeing everybody converging. Jerry is getting everybody together. She's got the bulls now. She's got one of them by his nose ring, and it's, like yelling straight in his face, like a coach would.
No.
And he looks all ashamed and everything, and you just hear, you can't let your emotions get the best of you again like that. We talked about this. And
Shoot out in front of the guys.
yeah, and and she's not done. She goes to all of them, because they're all guilty too.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
They're
So yeah, they're all getting to talking too. But she said, I'm proud of you. We pushed them back, and I don't think any of them survived that saw us. And Carmilla says, I assure you of that.
Thanks.
Slay, queen, slay.
To them, they found, unfortunately, the entrance to some of the slime network here.
No.
We have sent word as best we can. So hopefully they've sealed it off, done what they can. But those tunnels, sometimes they get discovered, and it's not good.
God damn it.
Miss Lisa comes jogging up, and she's like, are we secure? Jerry, are we secure? And she looks like she's been crying and raging and, punching the walls and stuff. Her shirt's torn, so like some of her titties hanging out, and it's, God bless her. Looks so hot in her anger. Her hair's a little like, messed up. She runs up and, like, I'll secure. And she runs to Jerry and she kisses her right on the mouth. And she's like, don't you leave me like that again. And they have a little like kissing wrestling match where they're like, grabbing each other's lapels. And
No, you don't
they're
leave
like,
me
I'm
like
doing
that.
my job. Yeah.
I love them.
Exactly. And so, yeah, they're reunited. The bulls started putting rocks up. They're starting to fill this cave in further. And so now they're moving rocks and stuff. They're just getting right to it. The cows, they're telling people the rest of the guards and stuff to get back. Send word. Think we're closed off here. They're going to dispatch the rest of the bulls through the rest of the labyrinth to make sure there's no other leaks, etc. But it seems like the day is saved for now. You all make your way back. Aside from there's going to be some doing work on the tunnels and the guards that are, their line of alerts and command and whatnot on your way back. By the time you get back into the village, you see things start opening up, back up, fires being lit. It's very subdued, very quiet. Nobody's really working, but they're coming out. They're poking their heads out. They're asking what happened. Who did they lose? All the details.
How many casualties were there on the Minotaur side?
Hard to say because they were pushed back to where you were. A lot of them rushed up to meet where they were coming in and were just overrun.
Oh, so it's bad.
Yeah.
No. That sucks.
You are making your way back in, and Jerry, after she got done filling Miss Lisa in on everything, she catches up to the both of you, and she thanks you profusely. I can't thank you enough for sticking your neck out for our kind. It means a lot. And
no, of course.
I don't know what kind of magic that was. It was awesome. And she's in awe of your instrument and Thea, and what you did to get the bulls to just start working together is what really got her like, wow, cooperation between just like that. just from playing some music. She seems so inspired.
Sometimes a good beat is all you need.
Yeah, and it wasn't magic.
Yeah, that's just Thea, baby.
Yeah, I mean, the instrument might have been.
Yeah,
But
it's just
How loud it was,
nice
yes.
and
Yeah.
loud. Yeah.
but that was a performance. That was all Thea
The Thea magic.
getting them all into it. Super into it. Jerry, she turns to Astris and thanks you as well. Your presence alone was inspiring. This shining night, this paladin in the dark, compared to these what they call pure.
It's
They
shameful.
hold no light.
It's
to yours.
shameful what they do, with how they came here and invaded your home. It's wrong.
Yes, they are on a mission.
I cannot kill these fuckers fast enough.
I know. They keep fucking multiplying.
As you guys are coming back in, they're asking for if you're wounded. They're handing out healing potions to anybody coming back through. There's a cow who has a whole basket of healing potions, like, as if it would be filled with bread. And she's running around. She's got a blue bonnet on and a matching dress with a white apron. She seems all aflutter trying to get these healing potions to everybody. Are you injured? Do you need a healing potion,
I'll
sweetheart?
take one. I'll take one,
Here,
please.
please take one. Take two.
I'm all right, thank you.
Well,
Carmilla,
take-
you okay?
Take one just in case. Carmilla's not around here.
Carmilla, where the fuck did she go?
Yeah, she
She is so tricksy.
And I'm healed.
she runs off after you guys took some healing potions.
Chug, chug, chug.
As you guys come back in, Carmilla says to you as she appears to your left, Thea, she says, I think we should rest.
Yeah, beat.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well either.
Are you okay?
Yes, it's nothing new, just exertion. It's just hard with this injury. Just takes it out of you. There is what looks like people moving on to a different area, and you hear a more kindly dinner bell sounding, but it's a bit slower and maudlin than you would normally. Dong, dong, dong. And people are making their way in. You are both actually very hungry. It has been quite a day.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's
woke
been-
up and found out it was 10 years later today.
Yeah.
That's insane. We woke up in the Feywild. This is the first time we're sleeping.
Yeah. I'm going to say you guys are going to dinner, going to get some well-earned rest.
First time I've eaten in 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. I think we'll end it there.
Sick.
And
That's awesome.
you level up.
We level up. You heard it first.
Level up. Wow. So lots of reveals this episode. I don't know about y'all, but I love Carmilla already. And we'll have to wait and see what happens with Thea and her new admirer. As always, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Wherever you are in the world, we appreciate the fuck out of you. And as per my normal pleas, it would help us out a ton if you could rate and subscribe and follow our Instagram, Stupid Sexy D&D Podcast, and tell your cool, sexy friends about us. Episodes of Slash and Fuck are released every other Monday. Until next time, my dears, stay wet, stay wild, stay weird.